Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to Yaakov and Akwath out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, You Ain't Straight If You Don't Commit Adultery. Once again, you ain't straight if you don't commit adultery. Now, this is a lesson, all right, that's based off this video. It came out a while ago. I never actually watched it because it had Eve in it. And unfortunately, sometimes when I see Eve in a video, I'm just like, ugh, I don't even know if I want to watch it because, yeah, you know how Eve is, all right? And of course, that's exactly how Eve is in this. But the Spirit was on me to watch it and, go ahead and bring a lesson out upon it. So, again, lesson being titled, You Ain't Straight If You Don't Commit Adultery, because apparently that's the new thing now with Eve. If you're gay if you don't want to commit adultery, all right? Yes. So let's go ahead and play this video, of course, because this is what the lesson's based on. So we're going to go play it. It's about 3 minutes long. And while I'm doing that, let me actually fix this video software here. Not that y'all can see it, but that should do it.
Jess, if you had the internet in the
I'll just pause the music for now. Here you go.
Jess, if you had the internet in the 2000s.
What?
I'm asking. See, that's what I mean. That let me know what type of time you was on. You was in Baltimore eating crab cakes, and I already know what time it would have been, because I might have came to see you in 2007 if I'd have known, what I know now.
But you've been bluffing for years. So
ain't nobody been bluffing. Ain't nobody been bluffing.
You became my nephew, and that's it.
Ain't nobody.
It's got to be one of the most ugliest damn women I've ever seen, honestly.
They been bluffing.
Anyway, how's your love life?
How's yours?
I'm good. I'm pregnant and I'm happy now. So what's up?
I mean, I don't understand why you coming at me like that. Like, what is it that you're best? No.
He was scared.
What was I scared of?
I don't know.
What was I scared of? Tell me what I was scared of.
Look, it wasn't even that he was scared. He just wasn't with it. Look, when I first got the wilding out, I was like, oh my gosh, I like this nigga. He quiet and shit. Like, he ain't all over the place. Like, he ain't wilding.
Pick it up, pick it and kill it. Whatever that shit is.
That wasn't even out when I first got there. That was a later game.
That was a later game.
Yeah,
sure.
So I tried to throw some game on him. But he was like, oh, don't you have a boyfriend? I'm like, who the fuck be worried about that? You know what I mean?
Me?
Like, who? Yeah, right.
I come from out the ghetto. Niggas a kid.
Don't you have a boyfriend? I'm like, who the fuck be worried about that? You know what I mean? Like, who? Yeah.
Anybody with a right sense of mind.
I come from out the ghetto. Niggas will kill you by the Just Hilarious in my hood. You know what I mean?
But
I don't play them games.
My boyfriend, he wasn't that type of nigga. So that's the
what
thing.
What type of nigga was he?
That's why, I did. That's why I was going that chick. I'm like, okay, now you cool. You know what I'm saying?
He quiet, he low.
Right. But he really, like, funny, like, he down to earth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him that.
So listen right here. What she's about to say is, the mind tricks and the lying and deceitfulness of Eve. And this is why you brothers out there, especially you single brothers looking for a chick, first of all, if you see anybody like Jess Hilarious, you can just keep your fucking ass away from her. That's what you can do, because if you see a woman like this, she ain't going to be good for you. Listen to what she says. This is why you brothers got to be careful. You go with a girl, she might say she has nobody. She has somebody. Go ahead and listen.
Like, he down to earth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him that I broke up with him. I'm like, said, like, what's up now? He was like, you didn't break up with him. Like, no, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this nigga gay. Like, how you not?
You see how fucked up that is? You see that fucked up?
Because he wasn't interested,
just because
he
you
gotta be
don't
gay?
want that pussy, I don't want none. You see how fucked up that is?
I'm like, said, like, what's up now? He was like, you didn't break up with him. Like, no, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this nigga gay. No, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this nigga gay. Like, how you not?
So you're gay if you don't want to commit adultery. Fucking stupid, man. Stupid.
You see that fucked up?
Because he wasn't interested,
just because
he gotta be
you don't
gay?
want that pussy, I don't want none. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was like, all right, he just gonna be a brother at this point.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, I gotta be very selective with any woman I deal with because of the perspective that I have and how I live. You not about to come at me, not saying that you would have did this, but I know you would have, just because I know you who you are. You just that type of person that you going to flash out, but you're not going to be the only woman that I'm dealing with.
Right, and that's
I have to be very, very careful with who I let into the way that I operate, like I say all the time, I make the outside of my house ugly. Because if you can't get, I'm going to lead with all of the shit that you're going to judge a man on. I'm going to let you know these things about me immediately. So you got a choice to make. But when you can see the type of person that a person is, I'm like, just ain't nobody about to be fighting with you at the Cheesecake Factory because you mad about the fact that I done did something that I told you I was doing. Like, she's the type of motherfucker that's going to act like you ain't never told her that shit. Like, I know what you said, bitch, but I wasn't listening.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
You know?
It just wouldn't have worked. But don't make it seem like I was scared. Because I wasn't. I mean,
I want to know how Just Kick game.
He was
What is
a
Just? How does Just Kick game?
Man, she offer you crab legs, Baltimore shit. You want to go get some crab legs? You want to go get some crab legs and listen to some house music? That's what you want to do? You want to
There you go. You can see, and that's the mindset of just about every single Eve. All right, so-called black woman in the world. All right. Now, notice I said in the world. All right. The sisters don't need to be getting all offended because, from time to time you have, the sisters on the comment boards that get offended over videos like this. All right. Well, you gotta compare yourself to comparable things. All right. If we're over here talking about women, would you consider yourself to be like this woman? Would you consider yourself in the same boat as her? Or would you consider yourself on a different level? Because you should consider yourself on a different level. All right, if you're in this truth, you can't be on the same level as these people, in the world. All right, they're on a low level, man. Low vibrational beings, as the Elder Manata Zatba always says. They are low vibrational beings. These people are low. You can't compare yourself to them. It's not a matter of being proud. It's just that you can't stoop to these people's level of lowness, man. These people are extremely low. If you go and look up Jess Hilarious, and she's got a man, now she's pregnant. She says, "Oh, I'm happy." She ain't happy. Does this look like happiness to you? Wait, come on. That was Instagram. It won't even let me view that anyway. Look, fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake eyebrows, fake personality, fake happiness. Look at this, man. This ain't the type of woman you want to be with. Look, it's ridiculous, man. It's completely ridiculous. And this is gonna be in the thumbnail because I made a clip with an arrow pointing to her saying "ho" and a arrow pointing to him saying "idiot." All right, congratulations. You just decided to take out take out the neighborhood hoe. All right. One man's trash is another man's treasure. No. She don't give a shit about you. All she cares about is money. Look, just completely fake. All right. And I don't want to show too many things because she do have a man. Not, in the world still, but I mean, it's still, you don't want to be, viewing all that. Unfortunately, I've seen terrible things. All right, she has, pictures with her titties all out and shit. It's just ridiculous, man. You about to be a mom. All right, or she's already a mom. Actually, one of the video I saw, she was, not the video, but picture, she's all naked holding a baby. What the fuck kind of photo is that, man? That's a video. That's a photo you want out. It's just, hey, man. And look, you want to see, and people go, she ain't that bad. Here, check this out. I checked this out earlier because I knew already it was gonna be hilarious. All right, I knew it was gonna be just hilarious to see her without makeup on. Look at that, and her hair's all fucked up because she wears wigs. So you don't need to have nice, normal, natural hair because you wear wigs. This is what she looks like without no look. That's what I guess with her a little bit of natural hair. All right, still got makeup on. Here's her with nothing on, looking like a man. All right, if you buzz that head, she looked like the neighborhood crackhead. Shaking a cup for a couple coins to go and get themselves a 40 in the store, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. And so why are you bagging all women like that? Because she's ugly and she's an ugly person in general. Okay. She's ugly and she's an ugly person. This shit's ridiculous. Let's go read a couple of the brothers' comments. All right, maybe not all the people in the comments are always brothers, but sometimes with the channels that post a lot of shorts, sometimes you get some randos. But see if some people have some sense. Let me grab a drink and we'll go check it out. Let's grab a scripture first and then we'll come back. So Matthew 27, Slakia, and 28. Verse 27, it says, "Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. So a couple things to know. Adultery. What is adultery? Adultery, all right, is when a man gets with a woman that is already laying down with a man, all right? Now, marriage biblically is a little bit different than marriage in this world. In this world, all you have to do is pay money to Esau, and then they give you a piece of paper, all right? That ain't marriage, all right? Biblical marriage, all right, is when a man would lay down with a woman, all right, and have sexual relations with each other, all right, for, not being vulgar, all right? That is the act of marriage, all right? Now, that woman at the time would be a virgin, okay? Generally would be a virgin. Now, there are stipulations, sometimes if a woman had it, we'll get in that in a minute. But generally, that woman would be a virgin, all right? That woman would be a virgin, okay? And then you would take that woman, all right, and in the act of sex, all right, that woman would be bound to you for life, all right? For your life, all right? For your life, okay? So, and we can prove that. Let's see. Romans 7:1-3. So we can go and prove that. So we're going to come back to Matthew 5:27 in just a moment, but we're going to go and get Romans 7:1-3. It says, verse 1, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. Verse 2, for the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But, so let's start that over again. Verse 2, for the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law, all right, to her husband so long as he liveth. So that a woman is bound to her man as long as he lives. It says, but if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. So as long as that man lives, we'll read it, let the scripture explain it. Verse 3, so then, if while her husband liveth, while he's still alive, she be married to another man, she has sex with another man, she shall be called an adulteress, right? But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. So, what does this mean? It means when a woman lays down with a man, she is bound to that man for life. All right, she cannot leave. All right, well, technically she can leave, but that when she leaves, she has to go her own way. She can't be with any other man ever until that other man dies. All right, and it's better, if they get petty and something like that happens, but you can't have relations with any other man. All right, and there's a scripture. It's better. It's not how it's worded. Reconciled, I believe. 7. Okay, so it's down a little bit. All right. So verse 11. So you hear that? If you go to verse 11, it'll say, I guess not. Oh, it's in Corinthians. Salakia. Corinthians 7:11. Here it is. 1 Corinthians 7:11. Here it is. This is verse 10. Come on. We gotta wait just a bit. There we go. 1 Corinthians 7:10. It says, unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. So it's not supposed to be happening. All right. It says, but, all right, it's not supposed to happen. A woman's not supposed to leave the man in any way. But if it does happen, like it says in verse 1 Corinthians 7:11, and if she does depart, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. So if she does leave, all right, and she doesn't have sex with any other man, if she has sex with another man, you can't take that one back. She's done. She's for the streets. Okay? But if she doesn't have sex with any other man, you truly believe her, all right, and she comes back, I missed you, all right, you can't put her away. You gotta take her back, all right? Let not the husband put away his wife. So you can't put a woman out either. I'm done with you, bitch. Get out. You can't do that either, okay? Because you're bound to that woman as well, in a way, all right? It's just you're not bound as a woman's bound. A woman's bound to only that one man. A man is bound to his wife, but he can have multiple women. He just can't put them away. You can't. Oh, I'm not really with Michelle anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and put her away. I like Loretta better. No, can't do that. All right. Michelle and Loretta have to be equals. You have to love them both equally. All right. If one gets a gift, the other one has to get a gift as well. Can't put them away. Okay? So, going back, so now you understand a little bit about adultery and how adultery works. You're not supposed to do it. All right? And if a woman goes and has sex with another man while she already has a man, she's an adulteress. And there's a punishment for that we're going to grab in just a moment. But going back to Matthew 5 and 27 and verse 28, 5 and 27, I guess we'll read it from 27 from the top. It says, "Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery." So you shouldn't do it. It's a commandment. All right. And what's the punishment for breaking the law? All right, sin. All right, death. Okay. Verse 28, "But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart." That's another thing with you men. You got to be careful, because you might be, I don't want to use a vulgar term, eye screwing for it's still vulgar, but not as vulgar as what I was gonna say. Some lady across the way, and you might not know that has she has a man. All right, here it is. You're visually undressing her and everything, and can't do that, man. That's just as bad as committing adultery. You basically already spiritually committed adultery with her. Can't do that either. Okay, that's why you gotta be careful. And it happens from time to time. You might not see that she has a man. I've told you that here you are in a store, you see a fine ass girl across the way, and all of a sudden she's dressed like a hoe. So you think, all right, whatever, she's dressed like a hoe, whatever, I can look. But then coming out of the aisle next to her is her simp ass husband. All right, they'll let her walk out that way. All right, you don't let your women walk out that way. When you let a woman walk out, first of all, even a single woman's not supposed to be dressed that way. But when a married woman dresses that way, it's basically looking like that the goods are still on the table. All right, and not for marriage, of course, because she's not the type for marriage. All right, but men are gonna think about those things like that. Oh yeah, she's fine. But then her simp ass husband that just lets her dress however just comes out. Hey baby, oh look, he's looking at you. Yeah, I know she looks good. Don't you like? What the fuck? No. No, ain't nobody. There's those guys out there, they like their wife to be looked at. You weirdos, you fucking freaks, you weird ass weirdos. All right, that ain't how it goes. That ain't how it goes. I ain't with that. Ain't nobody want nobody. Well, you can look, you just can't touch. Because looking leads to touching. All right, if I'm looking at a Ferrari, eventually I'm gonna want to sit inside of it. You know what I'm saying? All right, if I'm looking at a Ferrari, I wonder what the steering wheel's like. I wonder how fast it goes. Yeah, all those different thoughts are gonna start, coming up, and all because but you look, you can't touch. No, that's dumb. That's stupid. All right, that's stupid. It's just like and it's making way for sin, man. Because if you leave $1 million out, all right, you have nobody but yourself to blame. All right, if it gets stolen. Okay, here it is. You left a chest open in front of the public. Oh, they stole my money. That ain't right. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't right that they took that money. But you left it out in the open. What'd you expect was gonna happen? It's the same thing with women, man. You let your woman put all of her goods, flaunt them out in the open. Don't be surprised if someone ends up coming along and taking her. And whoa, you took my woman. Well, you flaunt her. Yeah, she's so good. She's so good in bed. She's really good like this. Oh, look at this. Look, you let her dress all certain ways that it shows off her shape. And men, at the end of the day, these men ain't nothing special. They ain't righteous men. They're not gonna see your woman be like, be gone, thought, and continue to move on. That ain't how it goes. All right, the men in the truth will be like, man, hey, I ain't down with that. But these men in the world, man, they won't hesitate quicker than a New York minute to take that woman. And you're over here showing it off. Oh, look at her, she's so good. And then you run, crying mad as hell, when somebody comes in and swoops up and takes her. Wow, you're basically auctioning her off. Yeah, she got a big fat ass, big titties. She's excellent in bed. She's an excellent cook. You're auctioning your woman off by doing that. Don't do that shit, man. It's you can praise your woman here and there. Oh yeah, my wife's a good cook. That's it. You don't need to be. Yeah, she's a good cook. She does. Nope, because that's a good way. And you just got to be careful with that. You don't want to go too overboard. There's nothing wrong with praising your woman. All right, for good things that she does. Oh yeah, she's nice. She's sweet. But you don't want to be basically, what's like showing her off like a realtor with a house. It's got all 3 bedrooms, 4 baths. Don't do it. Continuing on. All right. So we were talking about that punishment. What is that punishment if you do happen to commit adultery, whether you're a man or a woman? What is the punishment? What is the punishment? All right. Well, it is a sin, so you should know what the punishment is. But we're gonna grab it in the actual verse. And bear with me real quick. Got this thing on my finger I'm trying to fix. Hang now. Got it. Bear with me, brothers and sisters. One moment. driving the hell out of me, man. All right, there we go. So, fuck you for that. Bothering the shit out of me, man. Matter of fact, bear with me just one moment. Fuck you. Had to go and grab the filer. So, anyway, Deuteronomy 22 and 22. This is the punishment. All right. So if you hear, here it is. You know. All right. What the punishment is. You do it anyway. What is the punishment? All right. What's the punishment? Deuteronomy 22 and 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. There you go, both of them. Not just the woman, not just the man, both. Both. Now, there are some stipulations to this, all right? Because women will ask, well, what if you get raped? Then, well, if you cried out, then guess what? Then you're good to go. Let's see. Deuteronomy 22 and 13. Let me see. Where do we want to begin? Okay, like it says down here, it says in verse 25, but if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, she's already got a man, and the man force her to lie with her, rape her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. So there you go. And there's one down in it's right here. More talking about marriage. Yeah, so if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband, this is 23, and a man find her in a city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife, so thou shalt put away evil from among you. All right. It says, but if a man find a betrothed damsel, so if she didn't cry out, oh no, help, and she just went with it, yeah, she got to be stoned too, because she went with it. She was down with it. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in a field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. But unto the damsel that shalt do nothing, there is no damsel, no sin worthy of death. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. Okay? For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For if he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. There you go. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lie with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. There you go. So, a couple different things. So, if you found a woman in a field that was a virgin, all right, you lay with her, now you got to pay her father, right? Because that's basically his property. Okay. But if you find one and that's married, and you force yourself on her, then you're put to death. If you find one and you're both down with it, all right, then you both got to be put to death. All right, that's how the rule works. All right, and it doesn't really mention in the Bible, but in the same cases, if you really didn't know, it's not really clear on that. But more than likely that woman would be put to death, and you'd still have to repent. All right, man, and you still committed adultery at the end of the day. But it does. I can't think of any scriptures that really detail that. But the Lord is, isn't unrighteous in that matter. If you really didn't know she lied, then the Lord will know that she lied. That's why you got to be careful with deceit, man. Because then if that happened biblically, man, you'd have to prove your innocence, really. Imagine if you were there and you got with that woman. She was into it, you were into it, and put him to death. Wait, no, she said she didn't have a man. Then you'd have to prove your innocence. That's not a situation you want to be in, right? Now, I'm sure biblically we actually had justice, so you wouldn't just be put to death for that. You really honestly didn't know. All right. Again, this is just me speaking as a man. I don't think you'd be put to death for that because you really had no idea. All right. That woman deceived you. You'd been deceived. Okay. So that woman would for sure be being put to death because she's an adulteress. But you really didn't know, even though you still did commit the act of adultery. It's different. The Lord treats things different when you really didn't know. It's just like, for example, before, the Lord winked at us before when we were in the world because we didn't know eating crabs and lobsters was wicked. Now we know it's wicked. If we do it now knowing that it's wicked. Now, here, let's see. This is Hebrews 10:26. It says, "For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for our sins." Okay, so and after now, it's different, and it shows that the Lord knows at the end of the day if you meant to do something maliciously or not. He knows if you meant to get with that woman and you knew that she had a woman or that she had a man, or if she didn't have a man. All right, if you didn't know, if you went there and she said, yeah, I'm single, I had a man once, because obviously you'd be able to tell she wasn't a virgin because, her shit would be popped. Yeah, I had a man once, but he died in war. Oh shit, all right, okay, you get with her. And then all of a sudden, she find out she has a man. What the hell? That's different. You had no idea other than you sneaking behind that man's back. You had no idea, all right? So, but again, at the end of the day, you still did commit adultery, but the Lord knows you didn't do it purposefully, okay? You did it purposefully, ooh, man, it's gonna be bad for you, man. Death. So this is Proverbs 6:32. It says, but whoso, all right, Proverbs 6:32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Look, box ain't worth death, man. It ain't worth death. It's not worth being put to death. And if things were the way that they were biblically, there'd probably be people back then were still doing the shit because people are stupid. But it would be less so, all right? There's not that much punishment for, the Lord's punishment, of course. But as far as, physical punishment that people see, because if they get into a car accident, they can just say, oh, that wasn't the Lord. It was just an accident. They don't realize it was the Lord's judgment. Or if someone gets whacked in half with a machete, no, that wasn't the Lord. It was just, it was a freak accident. They always say a freak accident or something like that, But if it happened like now, if, people only believe in what they can see because they don't have faith. They don't know it's the Lord's judgment. We know it's the Lord's judgment, but they just pass it off as, no, that's not how it is. Then when all these judgments happen, that's what they do. No, it's not the Lord. The Lord doesn't exist, right? That's what they say. But if we had a visual version of punishment, all right, as in we did have in the back days, for example, because here's how it goes now. You still get punished. A man commits adultery with a woman, a couple months down the road, that man, boom, slams into a semi, dead, on impact, done, right? Dead. People don't clarify that as judgment. We'll see it as judgment, but they won't see it as judgment. But if they had, a stoning pit where you got put out there and you were stoned to death after your adultery, people won't want to commit adultery as much. It would slow down. Oh, shit. You see Jim? He got beat the fuck with stones. Look at him. They brutalized him. I'm not committing adultery in my life. That's how it would be. People would see it and say, oh, shit, I'm not doing that. But here, there's no form of justice that they can see visually. They'll just pass everything. Oh, that's Mother Nature. Oh, that's a freak accident. Oh, that, they were just driving bad. Oh, no, he was intoxicated. Oh, he talked shit. Yeah. It's the Lord that's doing it still to this very day. But you don't see it. You can't see it physically. And you don't believe in faith. And you don't believe in the Lord. So it doesn't seem like anything's getting done to you. But it is. It sure is. You're not going to, there's another, punishment is not executed speedily sentence. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Sometimes the Lord will wait on you. Sometimes the Lord will build a case. All right, just like they do. You go to Target or you go to Walmart and you're stealing. I've heard of it happen to people. You steal. They know what they're doing. Yeah, they never catch me. No, they know what you're doing. They're waiting for you to hit $1,000 because then it's grand theft and they can lock your ass up a long time, a long time. Right? They can lock you up for a long ass time. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're building the case. Well, maybe the Lord's building the case on you. All right, you don't know. You know how the Lord works. He could be okay. Yeah, I see you. I see you doing that. All right, I'm gonna punish you for that on this day and this, and no one knows when that is, but he's building the case on you. All right, you do something, you think you're not going to get punished for it, you might get punished for it next week, next month, next year. All right, and you think, oh, I got away with it. You didn't get away with shit. All right, Lord don't let people get away with anything. You will, pay for it. All right, that's why it's imperative that you repent. All right, it's imperative that you repent, because you don't want to, you do something wrong, you repent and say Salakia and hope that you don't, the Lord doesn't get you if you messed up. Right? The Lord ain't nobody to play with, man. Bear with me while I grab a drink. The Lord ain't nobody to play with, man. And some of y'all have to find out the hard way. So, going back, Proverbs 7:15, because this lady, man, she's justifying the wicked, is what she's doing. She's justifying the wicked. She's basically, well, let's read it first. Proverbs 17:15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord. And this can be used in many different ways. A lot of time we use it for homosexuality. I'm not a mo, but I think what they're doing is okay, and you have no right to tell them that they're being evil for that. Love is love. No, now what you're doing is justifying the wicked. All right, and you're condemning the just. You're condemning the brothers out there, teaching that you're wrong. No, you're condemning the just. You're telling them they're wrong when they're right. The Bible says that a man shall not lay with another man. All right, it's that simple. All right, so you're condemning the just. You're condemning. You're at that point. You're pretty much condemning the Lord, because the Lord said not to do it. If you say, "Oh, that's wrong," then you'd be saying the Lord's wrong. And the Lord is just. All right, He is righteous. So guess what? You're condemning the just at that point. You're justifying this wicked, abominable filthiness that's going out upon the world. All right, and that's exactly what she's doing. She's justifying the wicked by saying, "Oh yeah, it's more manly." Basically, in a roundabout word, she's saying it's basically manly. All right, if you commit adultery, that gay ass ninja. Basically saying, "Oh yeah, she's condemning him for not committing adultery." How stupid is that? How stupid is that? And she's justifying a strong man would come and take me away. No. A wicked, adulterous, evil-ass man will take you away like that. All right? And then what? He's gonna. I want a man that gets in a gunfight for me. Just what do you want, man? What do you want, Jake? It's just, hey, man, this is Jake Woman right here. Let's go ahead and play it again.
And shit, like he ain't all over the place, like he ain't wildin'.
Pick it up, pick it and kill it. Whatever that shit is.
That wasn't even out when I first got there. That was a later game.
That was a later game.
Yeah,
for sure.
so I tried to throw some game on him, but he was like, "Oh, don't you have a boyfriend?" I'm like, who the fuck be worried about that? You know what I mean?
Me.
Like who? Yeah, right.
I like his response. Me, any man in his sense, and that man's not in his sense. He's through too, but he has some sense in that regard. All right, me. Who? Look, let's go back.
He was like, "Oh, don't you have a boyfriend?" I'm like, who the fuck be worried about that? You know what I mean?
Me.
Like who? Yeah, right.
I come from out the ghetto. Niggas will kill you about a just hilarious in my hood. You know what I mean?
It, but
I don't play them games.
My boyfriend, he wasn't that type of nigga. So that's the
What
thing.
type of nigga was he?
That's why, yeah, I did. That's why I was going that chick. I'm like, okay, nah, you cool. You know what I'm
quiet,
saying?
he low.
Right. But he really like funny, like he down to earth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him that I broke up with him. I'm like, say like
lied.
Now he was like, you did
lied. There's another sin, iniquity that she did is lie. She lied, man. She lied. Let's go and see about getting a precept for that. Let's get Proverbs 19:9. Proverbs 19:9. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. So not necessarily a false witness. A false witness is if, oh yeah, I saw him over there doing that with that woman, trying to get another man in trouble. But she did speak lies, all right? And he that speaketh lies shall perish. She as well. Doesn't just because it says he doesn't mean, oh, that's only for men. Nope. Women aren't allowed to speak lies either. All right? If they do, hey, they're going to perish just as a man would. Just as a man would. All right? Let's get another one. Yeah. Revelation 20:21-8. It says, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So is it going to be good for them? No, it's not going to be good for them. It's going to be bad for them. Okay. And that's just, hey, again, the wicked woman lying. All right. Let's go back. Play it again.
I told him that I broke up with him. I'm like, said like, what's up now? He was like, you didn't break up with him. Like, no, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this nigga gay. Like, how you not?
You see how fucked up that is? You see that fucked up?
Because he wasn't interested,
just because
he
you
gotta be
don't
gay?
want that pussy,
Yeah.
I don't want none. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was like, all right, he just gonna be a brother at this point.
Yeah,
this is
because
too much.
you gotta understand.
Tired of trying. You shouldn't have never tried in the first place, man. You already had a man. What's the point of even being with the guy then? What's the point of being with a guy if you're just gonna cheat on? Why even have him? What's the point? What's the point, Jake? Read some of these comments. Foolish woman is clamorous. She is a simpleton who knows nothing. That's Proverbs 9:13. Let's get it in the actual. A foolish woman, Proverbs 9:13, the King James Version. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. There you go. This person said she's definitely a red flag if she's eating crab legs. You know what that means too. I ain't gonna get there, but those women with they have bad hygiene. All right, not necessarily her, just anyone in general. I'm not gonna talk about her because she's got a man, but any woman with that fit, it's gonna throw off all sorts of balances in your body. You're gonna stink. All right, one way or another. All right, you men too. It'll do the same thing with you. It says women be out here trying to give it away like food stamps. Eve uses shame language when she gets rejected. It's true. Oh, you just gay. You fucking gay. All that type of shit. Eve's favorite tactic, Defending the Truth says, Eve's favorite tactic is to shame Jake into being wicked and to shame him into allowing her to be a harlot as well, like a simp. That's exactly true. Couldn't agree more. Says this is a prime example of an unclogged, unclean, unflushed toilet. This is a home-born harlot, whore, a hoe, for the streets, a hood rat. All right. It says you can tell though she's married and pregnant that she's not happy. No real man respects any woman to come at him like a thugget. And she was in a relationship too, I would have ran from her. Brothers, our women are out of order and it's getting worse for most of them. Shaking my damn head. And it's true. And of course we got this one. We'll grab it a little bit later. And then this guy says, can't wait to be delivered. Yeah, this place, man, it's through. Through. All right. That's just how it is, man. Hey. Now you ain't straight if you don't commit adultery. Wild. It's wilding out. It's all, that's that, it's just disgusting, and that's how it is. Now women basically expect you to steal them from somebody. And brothers, the thing is, and most of us realize this back in one, it's wicked, and they even have a saying out in the world: how you get them is how you lose them. All right, you basically you go and get with a woman that already has a man. Here it is, she's cheated on that man for you, so she's gonna cheat on you for another man at some point in time. You already know she has the tendencies to do that. All right, Ecclesiastes 25:24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. These women, man, are super wicked, man. Super wicked. Ecclesiastes Ecclesiastes 25:19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. It's just, look, man, you know, and it's all wickedness is but little, you know, a woman's wickedness is very, 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 very strong. Okay, it's very, very strong. There's another, I want to grab a couple more scriptures, actually. Let's see. Let's see. Looking through my precepts here. There's that one too. Let's see. Here we go. We've gotten that before. It's not pertaining too much to the lesson. Let's see. Let's get I want to get one about. There's a scripture. Here, let's see. No. That's not that one. We want to get a shame. Here it is. Let me go from. Let's go with Sirach. Let's just start at like 26. Let's just go through here and look around. We can get, yeah, there's a couple in here. So, verse 7. So, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 26 and verse 7. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. These women, you know, these disobedient women, you know, they're just, you know, just combative, man. You don't want a combative woman. It's bad, you know. It's bad. It's like if you hold a scorpion stinging the shit out of you. Oh, fuck, You don't want none of that. Verse 8, a drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. She won't cover her own shame, man. It's just, you know, like she'll have her titty hanging out. Just fucking filthy. Verse 9, this one's really, you can see this. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. You know, you can look in a woman in her eyes and tell that she's promiscuous, that she's a hoe. There's just something in the eyes that you can just tell, a harlot. You can just tell. You can see, look, they all have the same look. Look. They all have the same look at the end of the day. It's all on their those eyelids, man. It's all on the eyelids. They know they have been dicked down too many times syndrome. All right, that's a syndrome. All right, that's the disease. It's really disease. You know, it's like a disease that plagues their character, like in the women of America. And it starts with the letter B, and it makes a bitch think that she's better than me. Remember that song by Ice Cube? A bitch is a bitch. So if you poor or rich, I'll talk to you in the exact same pitch. Yeah. So, hey, man, you know, that song had some truth in it, you know. Now, the title of bitch don't apply to all women, but all women got a little bitch in them. Hey, man, you know, you can see it. Hey, it's from the scriptures, so you know it's true. That you can tell that women in their eyelids, you can just tell, man, it's something in their eyelids. Verse 9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Haughty looks. What does haughty mean? Proud. Haughty means what?
Haughty.
Arrogantly superior and disdainful. Proud, vain, arrogant, conceited. Oh yeah, you know, I look better than him. You know, and Latina women do it too, and all women do it too. The Jake woman's the biggest, what's the word, pusher of it on the forefront. But, you know, that's really all shit that started with the white woman. That's how the white woman is, you know. I'm so beautiful. No, you ain't, bitch. You look like a thumb. So ugly. Yeah, your skin looks lifeless. You're crusty. You're dusty, and you smell like quarters. Ain't nobody want to be around you. I know I'm beautiful. All the princesses, they ain't even pretty, man. They ain't even pretty. You know, all these movies and stuff that they have. You know, with white women is rule. You know, look at your beauty. No, they're not beautiful. They're ugly as shit, man. Ugly as shit. Verse 10, if thy daughter be shameless, Keep her in straitly lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Watch over her before she's a hoe and she goes out there and starts getting pop by a bunch of different guys, right? Verse 11, watch over an imprudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She shameless. Don't be surprised. Oh, yeah. Yep. I knew that's what she was going to do. That's how you should be. Don't be surprised, all right? Marvel not if she trespass against thee. I had no idea. No, you should have known. Verse 12, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge, listen now, and you'll understand what this is talking about. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. You know what that's talking about? She riding the cock carousel, as I've heard been said before. All right, going from guy to 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 guy, just one night. That's all I want from you. All right, and and then you wonder why your shit stink. All right, and then you wonder why you have all these sorts of weird health issues. You got to go to OBGYN like fucking several times a month. All right, why your flow is irregular? Why this or that is happening? I got a smell down it. I wonder why. Diet has something to do with it too. Diet and how many men you get. It's just, hey man, it's Same with you men, man. Be careful who you're going around with, man, because look, that drama's just gonna come back and bite you in the ass. All right, it's not just as easy as one and done. No, those people stay around in your life, and they'll find some way to crawl up from the gutter where they belong to come up and fuck your life up again. So you got to be making good decisions as too, you men, man. In this case, the guy made a good decision. Does that mean he's a man of the Lord? No, but he made a good decision not to get with that woman. That woman's a walking fucking red flag, man. If any woman that looks like that, and they all look the same, you should know who to stay away from. You should look. All we have to do is look up. Let's get to look black women. Let's go and look up Latina women. All right, let's go ahead and look up white women. All right, let's just go. Just learn how to judge your people, man. See, black woman. Okay. She seems like, she might have a little bit of an attitude. She seems sweet. Okay. She seems like, she's wearing that suit. See, she's gonna have a power issue. She thinks she's the dominant one. Again, wearing that suit. She thinks she's the dominant one. She thinks she's gonna be the breadwinner. She, not the prettiest, but she looks like she could be a little crazy. She seems sweet, but she's probably not. All right, her, she's a little chubby, she's got a cross on, so that's something you gotta show. She's probably gonna have a little bit more values. Now, she's a Christian, so they don't have too many values. A little bit more values, but you're also gonna have to put up with that Christian church bullshit. All right, what else do we got? Her, she's a doctor. She's gonna be proud because she thinks highly of herself. That you just how that's gonna be. Her, she's old school Jake woman. You know how that's gonna be. She seems like again with that suit. Absolutely not. Red flags going off, and that alert light. Stay the fuck away. As soon as they got their edges laid like that, they got those eyebrows, those fake eyelashes, and they do that shit to make their lips look all plump. No. Stay away. And of course, we're just going off of looks. She thinks she's pretty. Okay. There's just certain things you can just tell about women. She seems like she might be all right. She seems like she could be okay. That's an African woman, but she looks like she's probably a Jake, honestly, if she's depending on what part of Africa she's from. Fake hair, stay away. Fake hair, stay away. Latina women, let's see. Stay away from all of them. Do the same thing with the edges as the black women do. Nope. And she's gonna be a crazy ex-girlfriend. You just know it. She's gonna be an emotional wreck. Most of these women, you can't. It's hard to. Well, you just basically denying almost every single one of them. A lot of them ain't. A lot of these women have issues, man. White women, the same things going on with white women. You can tell she has a pride issue. She probably was she has a pride issues. Most of these women do have pride issues. She's gonna be psycho. That's a psycho one. A woman with red hair like that, those gingers, oh man, they're psycho. Completely psycho. Okay? You can tell she's a festival girl. All right, you go into Coachella. I didn't even see Coachella. You can just tell she's a festival girl. She does drugs. Stay away from her. Just pick things out, and this is Rachel Dozer. You have to change your name to black shit ever. You're gonna have to change your name to Draymond Green. Fucking old joke by Dave Chappelle. You know, you just gotta look. Here's some signs. A woman wears her shirts all high, low like that. You can see her titties. Hey, red flag. Stay away. There's just certain things you gotta learn to pick out, man. You know, eyebrows and edges, man. They got those drawn on. Here's an example. Look, fake hair. I wouldn't do it. Those big long eyelashes. I wouldn't do it. Titties hanging out. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. All sorts of crazy type of makeup on at any given time. I wouldn't do it. If you had to choose one of these women, I'd choose the one on the left. You know, whoever that is. But you know, not just because preference, but a lot of hey man, be careful, man. Just be very, 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 very careful. All right. This is Revelation 22:11-12. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. You're walking the right path, good. Continue to do it. You're walking a wrong path, hey, we're going to tell you to stop doing it, but if you're going to continue to do it, all right, cool. We ain't going to try to, no, we must save you. And then, no, we're not like these Christians, man. That ain't our job. The Lord's going to pull you out of it. He's going to pull you out of it. We can't do anything. The only thing we can do is give you the scriptures and give you lay it in front of you, and that's it. If the Lord's going to reach out to you, he's going to reach out to you. All right, just because we read some scriptures to you doesn't mean you're going to wake up. We're not waking anybody up. That's all through the Lord, okay? And if you don't, hey, man, if you're still in this world when the Lord comes, yeah, man, it's not going to be good for you. It's going to be bad. Verse 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. How do you think her work is? It's not good works. It's evil works. What type of reward do you think she's going to get? Not a good one, but a very terrible one indeed. All right? So apparently now in 2024, you gay if you don't want to commit adultery. Stupid worldly concept from the world and from the end-up. Who would have guessed? So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakbadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught mysteries to rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing. Shalom.